Oscar Pistorius is back in court this morning. That's as the state outlines its plan to prove a charge of murder. Let's get the latest now from our reporter, Karyn Maughan, at the Pretoria Magistrates Court. Karyn, good morning. It's a very significant day in terms of the Oscar Pistorius trial. We'll find out later on today what is the state's case against him.
Well, Dan, there are a number of crucial points that will be revealed today when Oscar Pistorius' defence team is finally handed the state's indictment against him. Remember, in that indictment, they are supposed to, according to what is known as a statement of substantive facts, outline what they say happened on the fateful Valentine's Day morning when Oscar Pistorius has admitted that he shot his girlfriend Reeva Steenkamp. Of course, crucial questions that will be revealed in that indictment is the state going to persist in its argument made in Oscar Pistorius' bail application that in fact he put on his prosthetic legs in the moments before he shot Reeva Steenkamp, a piece of evidence which they claimed was crucial to this case, to their case, that this was in fact a premeditated murder.
Well, we understand the state was planning to lay some extra charges, additional charges regarding firearm recklessness. Will they do so this morning, Karyn? Are you aware?
No, we understand that Oscar Pistorius' legal team have raised grave concerns about the inclusion of those additional 2 charges in the indictment. They have applied under the eNCA Act, as they are constitutionally entitled to make certain representations to the head of the eNCA, Nonqoba Jiba, about those additional charges. They will do so, and only then, once the NDPP has made a decision about those representations, can those charges possibly be included. We understand, Dan, that principally amongst their objections to the inclusion of the charges is the fact that the alleged offences, both of whom are for a reckless handling of a negligent handling of a firearm, occurred in Johannesburg, and therefore they will argue occurred outside the jurisdiction of the North Gauteng High Court, which is of course where this trial will be playing out. They're arguing that if the NPA should want to persist with these cases, they need to do so in a magistrates court in Johannesburg, which of course is where the alleged offences took place.
Karyn, we can't ignore the fact that today coincides with Reeva Steenkamp's 30th birthday, where she alive, as we've been reporting. Do you think this human factor will play out during the court hearing today?
Oh, definitely. We know that her friends, Reeva Steenkamp's very close friends, in fact, the family that she was living with in the days before she died, is planning to be at court this morning. They will be releasing a statement after the proceedings, already saying that they have planned to come to court to show, to ask people that they need to make the decision about how they want to honour this day, whether it's going to be about Oscar or about Reeva. Of course, this issue is going to be very much playing on the minds of Oscar Pistorius' family. They've indicated that they will not be making any statement about their plans, if any, or his plans to commemorate her. So of course, in the backdrop of already what has been an incredibly sensational trial that hasn't even started yet, Dan, that kind of emotional factor is going to be massively at play today. And I think it's going to be very interesting to see how Oscar Pistorius, who is reportedly in a very, very depressed condition, struggling to cope emotionally with what has happened, how he will react to that in the face of every one of his movements literally being tracked by over 100 television cameras. We know that over 100 media representatives have applied for accreditation just inside the courtroom, and I think that it is going to obviously be a massively emotional day for him.
Thank you very much, Karyn. We'll have to leave it there. We'll be back to you later on here on Morning News Today. That's reporter Karyn Maughan coming to us live from the Pretoria Magistrates Court.
News that moves. eNCA.com.